Welcome back, folks. I'm sorry for taking for a while now and I haven't done anything, and yeah, I have deleted and do it again and delete my video and so on. Yeah. However, I'm here to talk about COVID vaccine, as I have maybe taken for another hand. Okay, I admit I have taken it. I took it because I feel it was necessary. I didn't have any choice, so yeah, I took it anyway, and I have been shut up for a long time without to tell you about that. However, because I was always scared about that, so I wanted to be sure before can relieve it to you, so you maybe will make your own choice and decision. So yeah, I have taken the vaccine, 2 doses, and I'm done. And I'm going to show you exactly which kind of vaccine I have taken, so you maybe will be aware about what kind of vaccine I could actually recommend you. Hold on. Well, here's the thing. I took Pfizer, made in biotech and so on. Why? Because I felt like it was alright. A very worthy uh, COVID vaccine, on other hands. Why did I took it? Well, I think it was maybe better for the best. Because I was afraid for that kind of virus actually can cause a lot of damage. And yeah, when it comes to my job, I was actually, how should I say, I haven't lost my job yet, but the COVID-19 were the one who caused the fall, of course. And yeah, it was sad. But however, I'm going to do anything to get a job on other hands, so I don't have to worry it anymore. And yeah, you may be wondering, why do I cover my receipt? Well, I do it because I don't want to reveal my personal information and so on. So yeah, I did it. That's how it looks like. And now I'm going to show you exactly which dates I took. So hold on again. And here is it, folks. That's how it looks like. And yeah, again, why do I cover few of my informations? Well, like I said, I don't want to be located, and I don't want my personal information come out in internet or whatever. Today there is a lot of folks who actually love to take others' name and so on, and all kind of information to, well, use it for their own benefit, or whatever I could call it. As we know, the COVID-19 had caused a lot of damage years after years. For what? Well, I don't want to talk about that, but it's too risky when it comes to this kind of deadly year. However, you can see already the dates I have taken the vaccine. My first dose, on the other hand, was in October. And yeah, it was too much, of course, but hey, that was alright for my case, except for one thing: side effects. Yeah, that's exactly what you have to live with that. But it took not so much, except for few days, of course. I mean, I had problem to lift my arms for another hands that I was injected. That was first day. So it took maybe 3 days before it left, and when my stomach started to cause a lot of ills, I started to fart all the time. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say it, but that's how I describe anyway. And yeah, I had a problem to walk for one day, and well, it took not so much, except for perhaps a few hours, and yeah, I was back again. And that's the scary thoughts, but of course, it took maybe not so much, but hey, I'm alright. No problem. And then the doctor, on other hands, recommended me to wait maybe 4 to 7 weeks, of course, even if some of the scientists said, well, it's better to wait in 3 weeks, but that's too early for me, so I took the recommendation from all the doctors who once said it's better to wait few weeks before you take it. And here am I when it comes to those two. There was in this weekend, of course, only 2 days before, and yeah, it was the same thing. I felt a little ill in my arm again, but not so much. But it's too early to say it, but I will reveal a next video about that. But that's how it is today, and yeah, I am full vaccinated now and I feel okay. But I will tell you and relieve whatever I feel and so on. So it's up to you if you want to take an injection or not. However, like I said, the only thing I can recommend you is Pfizer or Jonson. But wait, why Jonson? Well, I was thinking, may they on the other hands, even if I hear in the video, in the news for sometimes, why should it be just Johnson? Well, except that I hear the reference on other hands. They have a good reference on other hands. A lot of people have shared about that and recommend people to take Johnson. Well, I wasn't so sure from beginning, but I made my own choice to take the Pfizer on other hands. From beginning, I was actually a skeptic person because it was created too early. But like I said, I couldn't say anything, so I just shut my mouth. Even if I talk with some of other people who may have recommended me to take Pfizer on the hands. Well, there were a few of them who maybe said that, why other maybe was so concerned about that, because they didn't know exactly what could you trust. Yeah, I wasn't so sure myself. I wanted to be careful. And yeah, even if I had relatives who also start to find what kind of solution they can actually choose, we don't know. The only thing I can say is that the best thing to do is just keep on and on and on and understand that sometimes, even if I know taking risk is too dangerous, but think about this. If COVID-19 are still evolving and making danger for every day, how exactly are we supposed to defeat the COVID-19 who keep evolving? I mean, think again. How many faces has this kind of virus? Well, this virus has many faces. I mean, think again. It has merged with other kind of uh, diseases around the world. It have also helping other diseases as well. More like a beef. Well, not a beef exactly. More like a killer, like a criminal or whatever. That kind of COVID-19 is the real mafia in this case, who actually love to shut down everybody's life. To be more honest, it's true. And even if some of you might think it is propaganda, well, let us say this. If this was actually a propaganda, why am I seeing a lot of corpse? It's not like people had or the military had the time to shut down everybody in the face and so on and kill everybody, while other people actually cover their mouth because they know exactly that COVID-19 have actually spread around. Of course not. To be more fair, it is too dangerous. And especially when it comes to the crowds everywhere. You can maybe see in the sport, maybe in the baseball, whatever you go to. It could be in the dance floor or somebody who maybe had a party instead for have a social distance they choose to party. Well, that's also one thing. Okay, we used to hear some adults who may be yelling and saying, well, it's thanks to the teenager who actually created that. But I should never say it's only teenagers. There's a lot of adults who also have created the virus by have their own party and in the same time even go to a big loud crowd for God's sake. The only people who maybe are more smarter than everybody, well, that's retirees. And when it comes to children, well, they also are a part of the smartest guys in the world, only that they follow the parents' leads. That's how it is. Parents knows best. That's the thing, as we always have thoughts, and that's how it is. But today, as we know, there's a lot of parents who are actually fighting about COVID-19. They're not so sure and so on. So yeah, we have to accept that for some times. Yeah, maybe a skepticism, but I took it anyway because I thought that we have no choice. No one can stop COVID-19 so long there's no one who actually can listen to the government who may be saying have the social distance. But it's too hard to make somebody to think about that. And that's too hard to make it. Well, we have also those people who are actually going to church. Well, no matter what kind of temple you maybe belong to, or what kind of religion you belong to, they also gathering sometimes in a loud crowd without to have a social distance. Perhaps in some churches and some of the others temples where maybe social distance because some of them are very knowing about that kind of COVID-19 who have actually killed people so many years. Well, okay, not COVID-19 on other hands, but other viruses, you know. But COVID-19 have actually beaten the record. And that's the thing is we have to be more careful when it comes to the virus. And yeah, one more thing. When it comes to God, well, even if we could pray all the time, that doesn't mean that God can always do it. Here's the thing. I think God will always try to do his best. I don't say he is powerless. No, no, no. Listen what I'm saying. How many years have we been loud? In several generations have the human always been loud all the time. And what caused it? Well, because of our own idiocy when it comes to all those things we make in the world. Think again. We're destroying Earth. We're destroying a lot of things. We're destroying plants, lives, everywhere. Humanity have caused a lot of damage, and yet we are already complaining about something as we can't change. And we're always letting the money be the decision. Well, I can tell you this. For somebody who maybe has lived a long time, he knows exactly how the humanity works. And that's the worst part for him to dealing with all the time because of we humans who never can change. Of course God is tired. That's something we should have in our minds. And yeah, when we talk about death, well, think again. How many times have every kind of things happening in the world? People killing people every time, no matter how ridiculous it sounds, or whatever kind of propaganda you may be coming up with. Sometimes you don't have the courage to drag up this propaganda because you're afraid to get killed by some nincompoop who have no idea what's going to happen, whatever kind of politic we all may be getting up. I mean, think again. Only one idiot will come up with a gun and shoot somebody just because he doesn't like the politic. Why not talk in this case instead for kill the person? That's the worst thing in my world. And yeah, when it comes to death, think again. How many times do God have to maybe welcome somebody all the time? Well, okay, we have the angels, but yeah, it's hard for them too. To be more fair, animals are much more better than humans. That's the thing. Even if that means that each and any of them have to hunt after food, yeah, we understand. Predators will maybe kill other animals because that's their diet. That's something as God can understand. And when it comes to animals who just eating plants, they they don't cause a lot of damage. They actually live a normal life on other hands, but in this case, they also live in fear of death. Every time we have to protect each other and even make sure that no one killing any of them. I mean, think again. We humans are also predators. We feed on every animals around the world. And that's really hard. But okay, back to whatever try to tell when it comes to the vaccination. Like I said, you can choose between Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer. I would never trust AstraZeneca or Moderna. None of them, because they have actually caused a lot of damage and severe ill and so on. But as I said, go for Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer. Then anything will be fine. And I'm telling you, you will feel the side effects, but it will maybe take for maybe few days. And I recommend for all of you with maybe 0 plus in the blood group, of course, because that's exactly what I have. But for you others, well, it's up to you. You can make your own choice. I can't say anything at all. The only thing I can say, like I said, Johnson and Johnson or Pfizer. Yes, that's the only thing I can say. However, it's up to you, like I said. And yeah, again, for you maybe complain a lot that and keep praying to God all the time. Well, okay, it's up to you. You can pray to God, but remember this: sometimes God need pause for sometimes and rest for a while. Perhaps only then God will maybe get back to health again without the stressing a lot. But it's up to each and any of you. And yeah, like I said, it's up to you. So it doesn't matter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, before you judge me, well, you don't know if I belong to a religion or not. I don't say anything. But I believe there is a God, but not prescribed by a Bible or whatever kind of book. Because I believe there is more than just one God. Even if I have one God, I still follow. And yeah, I won't say exactly what kind of religion I have or what kind of belief I have. I shut my mouth. But let us say it's not only one God I believe. I believe in maybe 5 gods. Even if my community would be against it because they always believe there is only one God. So yeah, I understand, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's up to them. But here's the thing. I believe in few things in the religion as much I believe in the evolution. And yeah, even the paranormal sides. And few things in maybe in the fairy tales, but hey, the only thing I can say, there's nothing we can say now. But the best thing for me is to say, choose between Johnson and Pfizer. Is up to you. So yeah, good luck with that. Have a nice day. Bye 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 bye.